Welcome to Bent Not Broken, where life's imperfections become new beginnings. Join us as we build, grow, learn, and laugh our way through healing, homesteading, retirement, and everything in between, because we may be bent, but we're never broken.
Alright, y'all, so I hope you watch our shorts, but if you don't, I'll kind of fill you in. We have a lot of things going on this morning, as per usual, for my 2 days off. I like to get in the kitchen, I like to do things. I don't really get ready for the day because I'm just doing stuff for us, so it doesn't matter. So, today, we've got a couple things going right now. Michelle had an appointment this morning, so I figured when she gets home, we'll have a nice little brunch. So I have a French toast in the making with the cinnamon sugar sourdough that she made the other day. We kept 2 pieces out. We put the rest in the freezer. So I've got those kind of soaking in a mixture of eggs, milk, cinnamon, clove, and vanilla. So those are soaking, just ready for her to tell me that she's on her way home so I can cook them. So we're gonna have that with a side of 2 fresh chicken eggs and some Dave's Hot bacon. Not usually a fan of Dave's Hot, but bacon was on sale. We haven't tried it, so we'll try it. So I've got that going. I do have some boiled eggs going as well for some little protein popper snacks because we bought a ton of eggs before our chickens started laying and they need to be eaten. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil those up. We love egg salad, we love deviled eggs, just boiled eggs, whatever. But on top of that, I decided we tried to can some stewed apples. So I took a bunch of apples that we had left over and put them in a pot with some cinnamon, some sugar, some other things, and let them stew together. And we tried to can them. All but one did not seal. So I'm in the process of making a dough. So it's got all-purpose flour, cinnamon, clove, sugar, and some butter. And I kind of mixed it up until the butter was pea-sized. So we're kind of making a dough. So now I'm going to add the active starter. So we have a whole bucket of active starter over there that we started a couple days ago. We took it out of the fridge, we fed it. She made a ton of bread over the past couple days. It's been an ongoing process. So we have some left that needs to be used. So I'm going to use some active starter and some vanilla and some eggs, and I'm going to mix that into the dry ingredients, put it in the fridge, let it sit for a little while, and then I'll be able to roll it out and make little ham pies. So the goal is to make little mini apple pies that we can either eat and or freeze. So it should make 8 to 10, so we'll be freezing some. We have 3 freezers, so we have space. So yeah, we're working on brunch. We're working on dessert for either tonight and or in the future. We're working on snacks and meals with the eggs. There's a lot going on, and I'm still planning on doing a breakfast casserole with fresh potatoes that I'm going to shred down for some potato hash with sausage that I already have cooked up. I did that already. Sausage, egg, cheese, mushroom, spinach, put it in the freezer, take it out the morning of work. So come hang with me today. It's going to be a long day in the kitchen. See you soon. Okay, so I kind of skipped my last portion of what I was doing. Michelle you did a short little blurb on these guys, right?
Yeah.
So our little hand pies just came out of the oven.
I thought she was talking to herself.
No. So I used active starter, flour, cinnamon, clove, vanilla, egg, rolled it out into little pieces, and then I stuffed it with some of the apples that we made that didn't seal. Told you all about those earlier. And then baked them. So those are cooling, and Michelle is now grating some potatoes for me because I'm not trusted with sharp things. So we're gonna grate those up, and I'm gonna use that for a breakfast casserole. So we'll have freshly grated potatoes, I'll have the chicken eggs, I cooked up some ground sausage, and then we'll do mushrooms and spinach and cheese and bake it all, cut it into portions, and we'll have that for breakfasts. What do you think, Pumpkin?
I think I want to eat it. But I also want to make chips. The last time we made chips, I kind of cut off the end of my finger. But the chips were worth it.
They were very good. But I have PTSD against sharp things. I've cut myself with bread knives too many times, and I'm no longer allowed to use our yellow bread knives.
No, she cannot use a bread knife. Absolutely not.
So I am banned from using these gadgets.
But I bought handy dandy gloves, so hopefully we won't cut ourselves. I'm just not using it right now.
Yeah. So we're going to shred up the potatoes, let them soak, get all the starch out of them, and then wring them dry. I'll mix everything together, put it in the oven. What else was I going to make? Oh, I got to shred some cheese today at some point, meaning Michelle has to shred cheese at some point. We're no longer buying shredded cheese. We are buying blocks of cheese.
You know why Michelle has to shred cheese? Because last night we were making crock pot macaroni and she had to buy more cheese from the store, which I had just shredded cheese the night before. And I was like, hey, well, why don't we just shred the new stuff? Because it's not like we need to do first in, first out, because it's fresh and fresh. She used all my shredded cheese, so now I have to shred cheese. See, look, I've got 3 empty bags that I need to shred.
Cheddar, mozzarella, Colby Jack.
Yeah, thanks, honey.
Sorry. You were relaxing and your back was hurting, so I didn't want you to come up and have to shred cheese. So I just used what we had. And I kind of forgot. Sorry. So we have to shred cheese today at some point. It's not necessary.
Lucky you're a good cook.
I don't need it for today. Well, actually I do. For the breakfast casserole.
I guess go ahead and get my cheese out.
Love you. And then by that point, it'll probably be time to cook supper. So, I really want to go take a nap. We'll see.
You just want to take a nap because you're old.
Yes. All right. Talk to y'all later. All right, guys. Back in the kitchen. It is a disaster. Shadow just got her foot stuck under the stove. We've been going all day. Yes, I do have a glove on. And here's why. So, a while ago, I bought some egg roll wrappers. I was like, you know, Michelle had once talked about doing jalapeno popper egg rolls. And I couldn't find them for the longest time, so I finally found some, so I bought some. Well, I never used them. So I figured tonight, with a dinner / maybe an appetizer before dinner, I don't know, we'll see how many of them we eat. Refer back to our okra video. I'll make the jalapeno popper egg rolls. So, for that, I've got a block of cream cheese, and I've already started chopping the peppers. And we're gonna use the peppers that we cut up and she pickled in the old jalapeno pickling liquid that we had. And y'all, these are pretty hot. Hence the glove. They're good. Well, they're pretty hot. There was a bunch of red ones in there. And if you don't know me, I wear contacts and I don't want to get this juice in my eye later. So, hence the glove. Whew. So, block of cream cheese. I've been softening for a little while. I'm going to cut up the rest of these peppers, put those in there. She did shred our cheese. So, we have pepper jack and cheddar here. She also shredded some Colby Jack. So I have that in the fridge as well. So we should be good for at least a couple days. We go through a ton of cheese. I did do the breakfast bake earlier. I'm sorry, I kind of didn't record. But it was fresh hash brown, squeeze all the liquid out, let them dry for a little bit. I baked it with just the hash brown at the bottom. And then I added some sauteed mushroom, spinach, and onions on top. And then I put 8 scrambled eggs with some milk over on top of that and kind of pushed it all down, and I baked it for a while. So it's gonna be like a, sorry, my tongue is burning, breakfast casserole hash type deal. So I actually just put half of that in the freezer and I portioned up the other half for breakfast this week. So we'll have that. So the plan for this is cream cheese, peppers, shredded cheese, maybe some ranch seasoning. Mix it all up, put it in an egg roll wrapper, which I'll take out here in a little bit, and then fry those up, and we'll have some jalapeno popper egg rolls. So we'll see how they are, but I will check back in a few. So the mixture is made. I did add a ranch packet seasoning in there just to help with the heat a little bit. Michelle just came in from planting some potato butts in the garden, and I told her to try one of her pickled jalapenos that she made, and she did the happy dance. She said they are the best pickled jalapenos she's ever had in her life, and they're hot. So may or not have put too many in there, but we'll see. Honey,
Hey.
what do you think about your pickled jalapenos?
Oh my god, that was the best pickled jalapeno I've ever put in my mouth my entire life.
I was
Like,
just telling the people.
bar none. She was crying when I came in. I was like, what? She
I
was,
was
"Your
not
jalapenos are hot."
crying. I was not
Pretty
crying.
much.
My mouth is still watering, but I was not crying.
Yeah.
It's
sure.
fine.
That's
So
your story.
these are the wraps that we're gonna use, and the plan.
I can rap.
You can wrap. What can you wrap for us?
Right now I'm playing with potatoes. Maybe later.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So we're gonna try this again. So this is the wrap that we're using. Egg roll wrappers. Put mixture here. We're going to roll this over. Fold in the sides like so, and then you take a little bit of water, just plain water, on the edges, and you roll, and that's going to be your seal. So I'm going to fill as many as I can, and I will fry up what we want for tonight, and then hopefully freeze the rest for later.
I'm not sharing, but y'all look at what I made.
Best jalapenos she said she's ever had.
Well, the best part about them is they're spicy, which means you won't eat them. So
Yeah.
they're all mine.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this I'll be able to actually eat, but
Yeah, but you know what I was thinking when I ran out to the car?
what?
I'm definitely going to overwinter probably way more jalapeno plants than I was anticipating earlier because I want all the red guys. And so
Do we have red guys out there still? Like, what do you mean?
I want my pepper plants to be bigger and produce more. So I'm going to, instead of overwintering like 1 or 2, I'm going to overwinter like 30.
All of them?
No, I'm just kidding. No, we don't have 30. But I'm going to overwinter a lot more so that when I put them out, they're a lot bigger. They start producing faster, and then I can get a lot more red guys.
Oh. Why do you like the red guys?
Oh, they're so much better.
Why?
Well, 1, because they're red.
Because that's
And-
your favorite color.
And 2, because they're spicy.
So the red ones are spicier.
Yes. They're so good. And you can't find them. You know why? Because nobody lets their jalapenos ripen. I mean, look at that. It's just so yummy. I don't know if you can hear a crunch.
They are nice and crunchy, I will say that.
Very, very spicy.
Yes. And for her to say that they're spicy means that
Well-
they're actually spicy.
I mean, in comparison to what was in the jar before. They have a very nice kick.
Mm-hmm. They got something.
Not so spicy where I can't eat them, but
I've had
I will
two.
now have to use less of them on all my
So
meals.
they'll last longer.
Yeah, but there's not that many in here. Yo, this is literally, what, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks worth of jalapenos for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my potatoes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling egg rolls.
Oh yeah, you're doing a great job. You didn't fold the ends.
I didn't.
Now you're doing a great job.
Okay, thanks. Alright, y'all. Here are the egg rolls. Minus a few, because we've already started eating them. But they turned out really good. I decided to go ahead and make all of them just because we never fry anything in this house. And I figured the oil's already hot. Might as well fry them. And we can eat them out of the air fryer, reheated over the next couple days. So, because we never fry anything, I did decide to fry our chicken wings for dinner as well. They are naked chicken wings, so I did not bread them or anything. I'm just frying them, and then I will put them in the buffalo sauce, and then bake them on this sheet pan to get them warm again, and hopefully a little more crispy. However, as I'm doing all of this, Michelle's doing a science experiment, so I figured we would maybe see what she's doing together, because I have no idea. What are you doing?
Are Aren't these cute little jars? So rather than using all the random jars and the mason jars, I got these cute little guys and I'm putting all my seeds in them. So those are banana peppers. I don't have a lot. These are our spicy seeds, which consist of habanero, Armageddon, and cayenne. It's a fun little mixture. And then all of these are my poblanos.
And where'd these seeds come from?
The garden. I saved them. Because, why not? Because I can, okay? So yeah, I've got 12 jars, and I've filled up 3 so far. Some of these banana ones are stuck. I don't feel like fighting with them, and I can't get them wet. So we're just going to put that in there, and then we can use that jar for canning stuff. And yeah, you want to see my other seeds?
Mm-hmm. What you got?
I have giant sunflower seeds. I have purple coneflower seeds. Don't worry, they're all labeled for people who need to know what they are. I know what they are. These are cucumber seeds, and I've got another cucumber that I need to seed. These are branching sunflower seeds. These are my wildflower seeds, not labeled. These are my canna lily seeds.
So all of those are going to go into the baby jars?
These and those are not. The rest will.
Okay. And
because
why?
there's way more of those than's gonna fit in that.
Yeah. And tell the people why we have eggshells on the counter, because it looks kind of strange.
Because for several reasons. Please hold.
All right, I'm gonna go check on my chicken.
No.
I'm just right here.
Because I have enough of these.
What's that?
Not cocaine.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. They're eggshells. These are ground eggshells. Why, Michelle? Well, for several reasons. One, because my worms in my vermiculture bin, they need eggshells as grit so that it helps them digest their food. Also, you can put this at the base of your plants, like tomatoes and stuff, and it provides some nutrients. Even though not as quick as you would expect, it takes a while to break down, but it's much faster if they're ground. In order to grind them, you have to bake them in the oven. Don't frickin' do it. It stinks.
It smells so bad.
It's a trap. And then you put it in a little blender. Also stinks. So yeah, that's what we've got there. And then I told Jen, I was like, we gotta stop throwing them away. And so we started putting them in this. We wash them out, stick them in that, and I give it to the chickens. Some I break up and give to the worms, some's going to the plants, but mostly to the chickens because it's a nice source of calcium for them. I know. We feed chickens chicken eggs.
It's kind of weird.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
Okay.
But this one's
Not cocaine.
correct. I don't know if you can say that word.
Well, it's not. It is not. Alright, I'm going to keep flipping my naked chickens around and start working on the other half of the dishes because I completely destroyed the kitchen today. And we'll go from there.
So Jen said I was doing science, and then I remembered after my seeds that I had seeds in the fridge. So I have cherry seeds, I have peach seeds, and I have blueberry seeds. I'm supposed to check on these every week. I haven't checked on them since I put them in the bag. So I don't like the color there, but we're going to check these out together. And I didn't label these. I was like, you'll know what they are, but at least I have 19 cherry seeds and I have 2 peach seeds. So this is going to be the peach. Okay. We've got some little roots forming. Okay, I don't know if you can see it well, but they're starting. So we might end up with some peach trees. Oh, my blueberry seeds. They still look the same as when I put them on here.
That looks so weird.
Yeah, but they're so teeny tiny. That's all the
They are
blueberry
teeny tiny.
seeds. Could you imagine if that many, which it would not happen, but if that many actually turned into plants, we would have a blueberry farm. That would be absolutely ridiculously cool. I don't eat that many blueberries, but Ranger likes them. So that means these are going to be our cherry seeds.
Hopefully that's why it's that color.
Why?
Because it looks like mold.
We definitely do have some mold. I think I'm going to rinse them and wrap them and do it again.
Okay.
I mean, they're not supposed to truly sprout. So the cherry seeds, somewhere between September 30th and October 14th was my date. The peaches would be early to mid-October, and my blueberries somewhere between September and October. So I'm going to clean these guys because they're yucky, but I don't want to give up on them. I mean, this is for science, right?
Okay.
But this paper towel is disgusting, and that's definitely mold, so we're going to have to sanitize everything. Science!
Yay.
Gotta love it!
Yay.